Hello everyone, welcome to Stop Pop Precious Metals. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the like button. It helps the algorithm so someone else can check out my channel. Now today I want to talk about gold revaluation. Yep, that's what we're going to talk about today. But first of all, I want to say I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not giving financial advice. But I am, stating on research that I've been doing, and I have been watching a channel on YouTube that you guys can check out. I will put that on the link below. His channel is called ClearValueTax. I do like watching this guy's channel. He's a pretty good financial advisor. And he's pretty spot on what he talks about and, the financial advice he gives. Did a little research of what he's been talking about, and he has a segment on gold evaluation, and this is what I'm gonna actually talk about on this channel, which I kind of agree with him, and I want to add my 2 cents as well. So with that being said, gold revaluation, has it been done before? Yes, it has. In 1934, gold went from $20.67 per troy ounce. Then the president at the time revaluated to $35 per troy ounce, right? And that was the first time it happened. So that means that it got revaluated once, then it got revaluated again in 1972. The gold it got revaluated from, say, $35 per troy ounce, then it went to $38. It went up $3. So then it went up to $38 per troy ounce. That's in 1972, right? So 1972, it went up to $38 per troy ounce. Then again, a year later, in 1973, they revaluated gold. It went from $38 per troy ounce to $42.22, which where we're at today. That's how much gold is worth at Fort Knox. That's what the government has gold valued as, $42.22. That's what the guy said. So yeah, I think gold has been way overdue for revaluation. So I do believe that President Trump is doing the audit so he can reevaluate gold again. And he's probably going to do it 3 times, And this is what the guy from ClearValueTax mentions. I believe I agree as well. And he did the numbers. He said that if gold gets reevaluated, since it's at 3,000 right now, 3,300. So say if it gets reevaluated at 3,000, and so that will actually generate $773 billion out of thin air by revaluating gold at $3,000 per troy ounce. The government benefits $773 billion. They gain off of thin air just by revaluating gold at 3,000 per ounce. So then if that happens, normally if gold gets revaluated at 3,000, then, will get revaluated again. Gold on the market will go up. Not revaluated. Sorry, that was, my mistake. Actually, if gold gets revaluated at 3,000, then gold again will go up on the regular market. So that means gold can go up to 3, 4, 10,000, 40,000. But let's say hypothetically, if gold reaches, say, $72 per troy ounce, right? And then President Trump does a second revaluation because he waited for gold to go up to, $72 per troy ounce. Then that means the government, if they reevaluated that, it can generate $18 trillion off of thin air, and that can wipe out half of the U.S. debt, just by reevaluating gold at $72,000 per troy ounce. $72,000 per troy ounce. That can generate $18 trillion off of thin air for the government, which can wipe out half of the U.S. debt. And, you will be pretty good from there. So then what if they're saying that gold can reach, say, 144 trillion. I mean, I'm not that my mistake. 944 trillion. What if? Wow, imagine that. No, I'm just saying. I mean, that was miswording. What if gold reaches 144,000? I mean, per troy ounce, and Trump reevaluates because people have said that gold can reach 140,000. 150,000 per troy ounce. Actually, a lot of people say like Andy Seckman and uh, other people talk about in the gold and financial world. They say that gold should be at least 140 to 150,000 per troy ounce. So if that is true, that means if gold goes to 144,000 per troy ounce, that means the government can generate $36 trillion. Imagine $36 trillion off of thin air just by President Trump reevaluating gold at $144,000 per troy ounce. Then that will wipe out the entire U.S. debt. Like, boom, the U.S. Debt is gone, is wiped out. We will be back at zero. We won't be. America will be debt free if Trump can reevaluate gold at $144,000 per 1 troy ounce. That would be amazing. That would generate from thin air $36 trillion. And that will wipe out the US debt. And again, I really believe that Trump and his team, they're smart. And my, belief from researching everything is that President Trump and his team is trying to break the dollar. They're trying to, get rid of the dollar because if the dollar, you got to remember when gold goes up, that means the purchasing power of the dollar goes down. And the only way to wipe out the US debt, as you heard doing the math, is if gold reaches 144 trillion, I mean, not trillion, 144,000. So if gold reaches 144,000 per troy ounce, then that wipes out the US debt. But again, he has to hurt the dollar. So the only way of doing that, or the only way President Trump can do that was by causing the tariff war. So I believe the tariff war, again, of course, he didn't do it, it wasn't no by mistake. Of course, they planned it. And I believe that's the plan. No one's talking about that. I believe the plan of the tariff war was to hurt the dollar, but only to make the gold more powerful, make gold more powerful. And like he said, he who holds the gold makes the rules. So United States, if they do the audit and we still have all that gold that, we supposed to have, then we still gonna have the control of the system, basically of the currency system, gold or fiat. It doesn't matter. The dollar or the gold system, America is still gonna lead the world because we're gonna have the most gold, the most money. So I believe, like I said, Trump and his team is doing this on purpose so he can try to reevaluate gold at $144,000 per troy ounce so he can wipe out the US debt. And then with that, he's going to make his crypto coin, which he's already pushing, his Liberty coin. And I believe that Liberty coin is going to be backed up by gold. So this new currency, yeah, that's why I'm telling you guys, I believe Trump is, think about what I'm saying. If he wasn't trying to hurt the dollar, why would he have already in place, already has planned the backup plan? He already has the Liberty coin. You can already Google it, Liberty coin. They're already going to start putting it out. That's his crypto coin. That's his Bitcoin. That's President Trump's Liberty coin is going to be the new currency, financial currency for America when the dollar system crashes. But it's going to be under I believe it's going to be under a gold standard. So that's why Trump is going to reevaluate gold at 144,000. It's going to go up that high. And he's going to start his Liberty coin stuff too. And probably have it backed up by gold. So that's my conclusion. I know it's a hypothetical. It's just a theory. I get it, but it's not far fetched. Really think about it. People, America, think about what I'm saying. If he wasn't trying to hurt the dollar, like everyone says, no, all the other channels are saying Trump's not trying to hurt the dollar. Okay, then why does he have Liberty coin already ready? That's a crypto coin. That's a digital currency. Liberty coin is already ready to be launched once the fiat currency crashes. And like he said, and like I said, once he audits and makes sure all the gold's there, and should be there hopefully, then yeah, America, no matter what, under the American dollar, the dollar was the trade of the world. Everyone trusts the dollar, so they trade with the dollar. And if it's gonna go to gold, then America will lead again because we have the most gold reserves. So with that being said, please comment below. Tell me what you guys think. Let me know if you think my theory is correct. I believe this is what's going on. I believe that yes, gold is going to keep reaching high. We all know it is. I believe when that happens, Trump is going to reevaluate gold. At what it's worth, what it should be worth, anyways, because it's long overdue, anyways. And like I said, that'll help wipe out our debt. If we could get to $144,000 per troy ounce, then Trump will literally come up with $36 trillion off of thin air that will gain by doing that. And that can wipe out the U.S. national debt, and America will be debt free again. So as crazy as it sounds, and as it's not far fetched, and I believe Trump and his team are smart enough to understand this. If I can come up with that, which I'm just a YouTuber, person at home, you know, I go to school though. I'm not dumb. I'm very educated. I'm going to college right now. I'm actually taking a double major for business and for yeah, I got tongue twisted. I'm doing business and criminology, because I'm learning laws too to be either paralegal or hopefully one day take the bar exam and be an attorney or something. But I'm doing criminology and business, so I'm doing a double major right now. So I do a lot of reading and research, and I'm taking microeconomics as well. So I'm learning a little bit about everything, about how everything works. So with that being said, again, I really believe Trump's team is trying to get gold to reach 144,000 or 150,000 per troy ounce, so they can reevaluate gold and wipe out the U.S. debt. I think that is the plan, and then they're going to bring out the Liberty coin, digital coin system, and it should be backed up by gold. So again, tell me what you guys think. That's just my conclusion, my theory. It's what I believe, and my research has led me to believe. This is what all the research I've been doing has led me to believe. With that being said, thank you for stopping by my channel, Stockpile Precious Metals. Please subscribe. I'm going to let the link below of ClearValueTax. I'm going to leave his link below, his YouTube video that talks about the revaluation as well. So take care, everyone. Have a great one. Peace.